This is TBR Pursuit, made by the wonderful Jade at Jade Reads.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to another video.
Read those books in a blink, oh yeah. Grab yourself a hot drink cause you're watching How to Train Your Gavin.
Yep, that's me. Hey guys, welcome back to How to Train Your Gavin. Today I'm doing my March TBR, except it's going to be a little bit different this time. If you do not know, I went to visit Jade for Polathon earlier in the month, and while I was there I had a little bit of a play with Jade's TBR Pursuit. Originally I wasn't going to use it as like an official TBR, I just really wanted to play with it because, you know. But then halfway through the game I realised, you know what, this would be fun for a March TBR, except every single bit of footage I had up to that point was like a total mess. Pretty much, because I was just filming it, just, you know, casually. It wasn't professional or anything. So this is going to be such a nightmare to edit, but I'm so excited because I think me and Jade picked pretty well for my March TBR. But if you don't know what TBR Pursuit is, it is a TBR game that was created by Jade at JD Reads, and it's like Trivial Pursuit, except instead of trivia questions for, you know, popular culture, it is trivia questions for books. So you have to pick a book based on the prompt that you are given on the card, depending on what colour space you land on. I try to explain it in the actual footage of me playing the game, but I did such a bad job at it that I'm going to explain it to you now. Jade also doesn't know this until right now that I've got to cheat on some of these. We did pick some books while I was there, but that's been nearly a month now, and already there are different things that I want to read, that I need to read. So I'm cheating a little bit on these. Jade's probably going to hate me for it. But it's fine, it's my TBR for the month, so if I have to bend Jade's rules a little bit, then... I should also mention that the colours on the board correlates to a different topic. So we have pinks, which are YA fantasy, yellow, which are sci-fi, we have blue, which are blanks, green, which is middle grade, orange, which is other, and purple, which is adult fantasy. I have also kind of changed some of these up as well. Sorry Jade, sorry. You will see as the video plays along. I can't wait to see how this turns out. I really can't. Definitely check Jade's original TBR Pursuit out. I will link it down in the description. It's such a fun TBR game. I absolutely love watching them, and I had so much fun playing it as well. So I'm gonna, yeah, let's get into the TBR. Grab yourself a hot drink because this is gonna be a hot mess.
There's your pie.
I love me some pie.
There's your dice.
Oh, there's my dice.
Shuffle cards for you.
Oh yeah. I just want a little game of it, you know. It's fun.
Why not?
It's fun. So, 2. So...
From the middle, you can go anywhere.
Yes, so I should also explain that these are the colours and what they represent. And, yep, all of those. Whew.
As if that was even a debate.
Right, so I can put my little thing in, what are these called? Like pies? Just pies, yeah.
Put your pies in your pie.
I'm going to put my pie in my pie. So rule number 1 was a middle grade, of course, but this is where I stop you here, because for the rest of the TBR game, I don't pick middle grade that much, which, I know, it surprises me too, and to be honest, looking back, I have major regrets. I wished I picked more middle grades. So the prompt on the card was, what is a recent release? And for middle grade, it does tie in very nicely with mine and Jade's middle grade monthly book club, because we are reading A Sprinkle of Sorcery by Michelle Harrison, as well as A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. But A Pinch of Magic came out last year, A Sprinkle of Sorcery has just come out, so this definitely fits in with that prompt. But I'm going to do my first cheating of the game and put in 2 books for the 1 prompt. I have to. Now I've already read both of these books, so these will be a reread for me. But because it's our middle grade monthly pick, we are having the author on our live show at the end of March, which will be March 28th at 10 PM UK time. Definitely check that out. We will be having Michelle Harrison on there talking about Pinch of Magic and A Sprinkle of Sorcery. So I need to reread these, you know, brush up on my memory of these, even though I literally just read A Sprinkle of Sorcery 2 months ago. But I love these both so much. These are 2 of my favourite middle grades of all time. It follows 3 Widdersham sisters, and they have this family curse placed on them. They live in Crowstone, and one day the curse gets triggered, and they have like a race against the clock to kind of stop this curse from coming to fruition. It's amazing, it's atmospheric, it's so well written. I absolutely love these 2 books, and I will link the Twitter for Middle Grade Monthly down below so you can follow that if you want more information. But definitely check out the live show for these. I cannot wait. So 1 roll, 2 books, because I like to do that to myself. And we got a 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Other. Mm.
So other is getting someone else to pick based
Oof.
on the question card.
Oh,
or
okay.
roll again.
No, okay, we're going to do orange, and we're going to make Jade pick for me. So, the question is, what book is really hyped?
I don't pay much attention to the hype myself anymore. I'm not sure what's really hyped at the moment. Can it just be hyped for me personally? Yes. Can I force you to read Spellslinger?
Yes, you absolutely can. Yes, that is. I would say that's hyped from you.
From me. Yeah. My hype is just anything by Sebastian de Castell.
Yeah, she's a big fan.
I am a big fan. So
it's to the point of obsession. So Spellslinger, and I get to my orange pie and Jade's pie. Next I wrote an orange, and orange is other, so I had to get somebody else to pick the book for me, and because Jade was right there, of course, I asked Jade to pick a book for me. The prompt for orange was, what is a hyped book? For that, she picked Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castell. I was supposed to read this in August for the Newts, because this was like a group book for it, but I read so much in August, time escaped me. But this is one of Jade's favourite series, and she absolutely loves Sebastian de Castell, and this will be my first foray into his writing, so I'm really, really excited to read this one. Don't know much about it, of course, but I do know this is filled with magic and mages, so it sounds like it's going to be a really good series for me. Paige did send me this one, thank you so much, Paige, and I love the fact I'm going to be reading more of my gifted books that you guys have sent me, so this is definitely a winner. Cannot wait to read this one. Thank you so much for picking a nice, easy one for me, Jade. Thank you. So, next, we have I'm just not rolling. Right, I mean, you could always roll again. So yes, I didn't. I need to come on, give me like a big number. Come on. 5. Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So adult
fantasy. You know what? I'm gonna go for the adult fantasy. You know. Yeah.
Let's get bobbing. Okay.
So adult-wise, there is. I'm trying to picture my shelves now. So next I landed on purple, which was an adult fantasy, and the question was, what series do I need to finish? Well, there is definitely a book that I need to finish, and again, this is like so Jade influenced, A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. Now, I started reading this, I think it was in September, I never finished it. I got 211 pages into this, I don't know why I didn't finish it. Actually, no, it was October when I started reading this, because then Believe-a-thon happened in November, and that's why I paused it, and I just haven't picked it back up again. So I do remember what's happened so far, so I might just carry on from page 211. That will really help me with this month's TBR, to be fair, if I do that. Cut out the first 200 pages, yes. But I do remember what happened, it's fine. But this is the third book in the Darker Shade of Magic series, and that is a series I've been really enjoying. I absolutely love the first 2 books. It's set in a world where there are 4 different Londons, and there is a mage called Kel, and he can go between the Londons, and it's just filled with like magic and stuff like that. So that is how I describe the series. Hey, it works when I'm at work and I'm trying to sell it to people. It works. I just say magic and people go for it, so it's good. Third book in the series. I need to finish this one off so I can just like take it off the list, you know. So yeah, Conjuring of Light for that one.
Roll again.
Roll again. 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do you want another adult fantasy or roll again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's a purple.
Oh, you need another purple.
Excellent, you pop it in for me.
Pie in my pie for you.
Pop it in yourself, don't be lazy, come on. So I actually landed on purple again, which was adult fantasy, and you know, who am I? But I'm cheating again. Instead of adult fantasy, I'm just going to read adult, because there aren't any like options for contemporary on Jade's board unless it's a blank or an orange. So I am changing this one to just adult, and the prompt for that is, what book is really hyped? And Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really need to read this, and I had to fit this into the TBR because I am buddy reading this with Paige, and I think we're going to listen to the audiobook and read along at the same time, which I'm so excited for. This book is so hyped, especially since The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is one of my favourite books from last year. And this is a more recent Taylor Jenkins Reid book, but I think it came out like last year, so I'm still late to the hype train. So this does follow a band in the 70s called Daisy Jones and the Six, a totally fictional band, but it kind of details their rise and fall and their heartbreak and their hopes and dreams and things like that. So yeah, I've seen so much of this on BookTube, so I think it's about time that I actually read this. I've tweaked this this prompt up a little bit. I'm gonna get such a bollocking off Jade, I tell you. And 5 again.
Wow.
Oh my god, I said I wanted more higher numbers.
Higher
And now I'm only getting
rolls,
1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another adult. Well, obviously, because that's where I came from, though.
Yeah.
I'll go for the other. Let's live a little dangerously. What book is out of your comfort zone?
Also, I get to pick.
Shit, yeah, you do.
A lot of things are your comfort zone, though, because you read very widely.
Yeah.
You don't read many comics, and you have the Saga Compendium.
Oh,
Have you
actually.
read that?
Nope.
Why don't you read just volume 1
of Saga.
Saga?
Many
That's
people want me
out
to
of-
read that, so
Out of comfort zone.
that
There
is
you go.
there we go. And the orange pie, which is Jade's colour of the month.
It's
as
my
well.
colour of the year,
Colour
I
of
swear.
the year.
I'm so into orange.
So I landed on orange, which is again a Jade pick, and the prompt for that was, what book is out of your comfort zone? And Jade picked Saga, volume 1 out of the compendium. I'm not reading the entire compendium, but volume 1 of Saga. And I don't usually read a lot of graphic novels. There wasn't really anything else that was sort of out of my comfort zone, but Jade did pick this for me, so I'm excited to read this. From what I understand about this, it's a graphic novel sci-fi series where there are galactic wars, and it follows a husband and a wife, and they are, I guess, traversing space. I don't know, but it sounds really good, and this has got so much hype, and loads of people absolutely love this series. So I'll read volume 1. I don't actually know how many pages that is in this, because it's only sectioned into chapters, I believe. Yeah, chapters. So is a volume like 8 chapters? Please let me know so I can find out and use it. Oh, wow. Sorry, I should stop flicking through that. Sorry, I saw something. But yeah, volume 1 of Saga. Jade picked this one as a book out of my comfort zone. And for the last roll, I was about to pick up a card there without rolling. 2. Okay, it was all 2s and 5s.
Oh, you could have a blank.
Oh, let's do it. Blank.
They're my favourites.
Blank me. If it were random, what would it be?
Your owned TBR number into a random number generator, and then whatever it comes out at
Right.
is the number.
Which is like 400. No, I'll just round it up to 430, I think.
And then whichever number is that in your video or in the show.
Oh, on the video, actually, no, that's a good idea.
Because then they're already numbered and you can just skip along to.
Oh, why are you smart? Right,
I don't
so
know.
in the video, I think it's 405, so I'll do that. And it's 179.
So then what is book 179 in your video?
Oh, God. My entire own TBR. And let's have a look. So it was 179, wasn't it?
179.
Yeah, 179. So there's me looking all beautiful. 179. I think it'll be a middle grade, 175, 176. Can you see? 177, 178. Oh, it's a random Percy Jackson book.
Oh, you have to read the next in that series then?
So, well, I haven't read any of them, so I have to read the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have to read Lightning Thief. I was supposed to read it for Believathon, but yeah, I need to read that one, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, by Rick Riordan. And J.D. Reeves. And then, I can also put in my last pie. Is that the right way? There we go. This is how my pie looked. That's actually rather beautiful.
It's a beautiful.
If it had 2 blues, that would have looked nice. Or 2 greens. But I only picked 1 middle grade. Are you proud? Are you proud?
Picked 2 adults.
I picked 2 adults. How adult of me. So as you saw there, I rolled a blank and it was to randomise my TBR, and it ended up picking Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief for me. Well, it picked one of the later half of the series, but I need to read this one first, so I don't mind. This was on my Believathon TBR that I never got round to. There were so many books on my Believathon TBR that I never got round to. But I'm really happy this one came up, actually, because I do need to read this series, like, so badly. It does follow a young boy called Percy Jackson, and he is the son of Poseidon. And I've only watched the movies, so I hope it's the same. But he does go to Camp Half-Blood, where it is filled with, children of gods, and he goes on an adventure. So, yay! But Rick Riordan has a lot of mythology books, but this came out ages ago, man. What am I playing at? So that was 6 rolls, but me being me, instead of just 6, let's double it. And we're going to do 12 rolls now, so here we mother go. Let's go for, what did I pick? Blue, so orange, Jade's colour of the year. And that can go right there in the middle. Let's do this again, shall we?
Yeah.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, oh. Yellow, blue.
It's anything at this point.
It's literally anything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for middle grade because I didn't pick that many. And my pie will go in there. So fortunately, past Gavin did me right and went for a middle grade. And for that, I'm going to be reading Small Spaces by Catherine Auden, yet another book that was on my Believe-a-thon TBR that I never got round to. This one, seasonal book, I'm associating it with like the fall, with it's especially like, with the way it looks, and you know, Halloween-esque this is. The sequel has been shortlisted for the BookTube SFF Awards, and I need to read this one first before I read the sequel. So I'm going to crack on with this one. It is, I believe, a school trip gone wrong. I think the school coach breaks down, and it's a fight for survival, and there's this weird smiling man who's like a scarecrow thing. I'm really explaining that so badly, and I've explained it like a few times before, but I need to read it to know. So apparently this is really creepy, but yeah, this is going to be my middle grade pick. Let's roll again. 4. Can I like jump over?
Yeah, this is kind of this is a done one now. It can go up there.
Yeah. Oh, I could. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do sci-fi.
This is the check.
So we have all this. I'm trying to look through the camera as I'm doing it. There we go. So then I got to the yellow, which is a sci-fi, and the prompt is, what book do you know nothing about? Slightly cheating a little bit with this one as well, because I want to read Starsight by Brandon Sanderson, and I want to buddy read this with my friend Jade. But I kind of know some things about it, only because I read the first one, which was Skyward, and that was my favourite book of January. I technically know some things about the series, but I don't know what is going to happen in this one. So the first one followed a young girl called Spencer, and she goes to pilot school. Earth has been attacked by the Krell, which is an extraterrestrial species, and it's kind of like up to like pilots to defend Earth and stuff. It's, yeah, sorry, I don't explain things well. Along those lines. I really enjoyed Skyward when I read it. I have such high hopes for this one. I'm going to go with Starsight for this one and continue another series. I need to stop reading the first book in a series and just stopping there. I need to continue these ones on. So Starsight is going to be my sci-fi pick. I'm still learning. 4 again. This is I got all 5s before. This is going to be all 4s.
So another middle grade or a blank.
Let's go blank. So let's pop the blue in here. So I got a blank, and the question was, what book has a one-word title? The book I just mentioned has a one-word title, Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. I'm doubling this one up, so here's another little rule break for you. Jade is having heart palpitations right now. I can feel them. But this is mainly because I have so much else that I want to read that just would not fit on this TBR pursuit, so I've had to like cram them in at the end. So I'm doubling this one up just to save myself. So yeah, I'm going to double this one up with Starsight.
You haven't had any pinks.
Oh, am I deliberately avoiding them? To be fair, why fantasy? Maybe a little. I'm not going to get punished if I avoid them. No. So, purple, adult fantasy, or pink YA fantasy? Okay, I'll go for pink.
You haven't picked your card yet.
Oh, shit. I haven't picked my card. I'm trying to pick a book, honestly. Amateur. So I got a pink, which is YA fantasy, and the question for that is, what series do you need to start? And I do need to start I think it's the Folk of the Air series. I think this is what it's called, but I will be starting with Cruel Prince by Holly Black. The second book, The Wicked King, is nominated for the BookTube SFF Awards, so I need to read this one first and then read The Wicked King maybe next month. This is another sort of like BookTube hyped book, and that I just haven't gotten around to reading yet. And Paige, yet again, gifted me this one. All I really know about this is that it is set in the world of fairies, and Jude is taken to the world of the fairies, I think against her will. And I've been on such a fairy kick lately. I just read Akatar, and now I get to read The Cruel Prince. So I'm really interested to see the different kinds of depictions of fairies. So yeah, that's all I pretty much know about this one, so I can't bang on about it. And you guys already know what it's about anyway. But yeah, The Cruel Prince is going to be my YA fantasy pick. 2 more rolls, 2 more rolls. Blue. Wait. Ooh, 1. Roll again. Or an other.
You're making me pick a lot for you.
Yes, I am. And
you've really gone through my whole stack. Pick a book suggested by viewers.
There we go. Okay, this is really fun because I've never done something like this before, but I'm going to do a poll, and I have 3 books that have been mentioned quite a lot on my channel, on my comments, that you guys want me to read, and I've picked 3 middle grades because I didn't pick an awful lot this month and I'm gutted about it. I have 3 books and I want you guys to vote. I will do the linky thing up there, which I've never done before, so hopefully it works. I've seen Cody do it before, so fingers crossed. But the books that have been requested that I read quite a lot are Cogheart by Peter Bunzel, oh shit, The Wizards of Wands by Cressida Cowell, and Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. So if you could pick one of these 3 books, I don't really know that much about these ones, to be honest. Pick one, maybe based on the covers. Which one do you think has the better cover? I don't know. So Cogheart follows Lily and she is stalked by silver-eyed men and they want something from her. She becomes friends with a clockmaker's son and a mechanical fox, plunge into a murky and menacing world. That's Cogheart. Trying to explain these quickly as I can. Wizards of Wands is a story of a young boy wizard and a young girl warrior brought up as enemies, but they've been fighting and there's an ancient evil that's returned unnoticed. That's Wizards of Wands. And for Keeper of the Lost Cities, it follows a girl telepath and she has unique abilities to hear the thoughts of everyone. Of course, that's what a telepath is. She meets a mysterious boy out of nowhere who can also read minds, discovers there's somewhere she does belong, so Sophie's forced to leave behind everything. She has new rules and new skills to learn, and not everyone is thrilled with her homecoming. There's secrets buried deep in Sophie's memory, but you know, it's like this whole mystery kind of thing. So this one, I mean, has been mentioned a lot on my channel. Yeah, so either of these 3, Cogheart, Wizards of Wands, or Keeper of the Lost Cities, please pick one, and I will, in 1 week's time, I will see what the results are, and it will be my official one. So yeah, those are the 3 options. Last roll, and then we'll probably have to head off. We have, ooh, it was a spinny one. 2. So roll again or a roll again. Oh, I don't know, I'm so torn. Oh god, I don't know. You're gonna have to pick for me, Jade. Oh my god.
I know.
Oh. Always making the hard decisions. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. So I think I'm gonna go for pink. YA fantasy. The last pie in my second pie because I'm a greedy fucker. So my last role is to read a YA fantasy, and the prompt for that is what book has over 300 pages, and the book I'm picking for that is The Amber Spyglass by Philip Pullman. This is the 3rd book in the Historic Material series, which I will be buddy reading with Victoria, if she manages to get the hold for this one from the library. If not, we can always carry over into April, have no fear. But I have just finished the Sutton Life today, actually. So I'm looking forward to getting into this one. Historic Materials is set in a world where there are demons and they are sort of like human souls, and we follow a young girl called Lyra. She goes on this adventure and there is this mysterious dust around. Yeah. So this one definitely has over 300 pages. It's more like 550 pages. Yeah, I've added this one to the pile. And thank you to Jade for being my beautiful assistant. So those are all of my TBR pursuit roles, but it's not over. There are a few books that I really want to read this month. All middle grade that I just stupidly decided not to choose on TBR Pursuit because I thought I was being different. One of the books that I want to add onto this is Willow Moss and the Lost Day by Dominique Valente. This is the 1st book in the Starfell series. It is about a young girl and she is, I think, the youngest in a long line of witches. She has like a lot of witch sisters, but the most feared witch comes to Willow Moss asking for help because an entire day has gone missing. But Willow Moss does have this magical ability to be able to find lost things, so it's up to her to find this missing day. You know, it has some nice illustrations in it, and that it's going to be the Waterstones Children's Book of the Month, so I want to give this one a read. There is also a sequel coming out in April, so it'll be good to crack on with this, and if I love it, I'll be able to read the sequel straight away. And then I want to get to my proof copy of The Strange Worlds Travel Agency by L.D. Lipinski. So this one comes out on April 30th, and it is about a young girl called Flick, and she goes to the Strange Worlds Travel Agency. There are lots of suitcases that you can just step into, and you are transported to a different sort of world. At the centre of it all, there is this place called Five Lights, and buildings are mysteriously disappearing, and streets are disappearing, so it's up to Flick to find out what's going on before everything disappears. So it sounds like another sort of race against the clock kind of middle grade, which I'm absolutely loving. And yeah, I really want to read this one before it comes out on April 30th. And then the last book that I hope to get to, well, officially, there's more that I really want to get to, but the last book that I officially want to get to is The Shadow Moth, which is the first book in A Clock of Stars. So this one comes out in October 2020. Thank you so much, HarperCollins, for sending me this one. I had no idea this was a thing, and literally, I barely know anything about it. The only description of this one is like on a press release, but it says, as the irrepressible Imogen follows a silver moth to a door in a tree and through it into another world, children everywhere will wish they would follow in her footsteps. That is all I know about this one, but it sounds so magical, it sounds so wonderful, it sounds like a great portal fantasy. Yeah, it was such a surprise again. I'm like, I want to read this like straight away. I just got it, and it doesn't come out until October, but I just want to read it. I really, really want to read this one. So I put it on this month's TBR because I'm not waiting. But it's filled with illustrations from Chris Riddell, and I love his illustrations. He did the Beyond the Deep Woods Edge Chronicles series, so I'm really excited to see his illustrations in this one. The illustrations most likely haven't been finished, so I will have to buy the final copy when that comes out as well. Bloody, that is a lot of stuff on that TBR. I don't think I will be able to fit that in a shot. That's alright. Oh. Hello? Yeah, he's fine. You know what Tiger used to do when he used to like hump things and that? Like hump things when Tiger would hump things. Well, Oscar just did it in my dressing gown on the bed. He was like, he hasn't done that in years. Horny little bastard. Oh my god. Oh, I never want to TBR like this again. Right, these are the books. It's a bad sign when the TBR stack is heavier than it should be, and it's not even all of them either. Oh my god, I can't lift it. Oh my god. Right, these are all of the books that I want to read in March. Why? It's so heavy. Right, so these are all of them, plus the books that you need to vote for. One of these three. One of these three you also have to vote for. Pray for me. So that was my March TBR. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please leave it a like. Please leave it a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a little comment, let me know if any of those books really interest you, or if you've read them, hype them up for me, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!